which are in general are being faced by females, but the government is also taking few steps, which are several steps has been taken by government. And through this training, like through different projects, Aspire model or different MSME model, these kind of the online virtual methodologies, we can pass down the information what government has actually implemented. That government has implemented the amendment in the maternity benefits that provides for 26 weeks of paid maternity instead of 12 weeks. So these are few things. Now again, the bill introduces a provision that requires every establishment with 50 or more employees to provide childcare facilities within a prescribed distance. So the Labour Ministry issues an advisory to the state to the safety of women under the Factories Act 1948, which clearly stated that organization will have to provide safe communicating facilities for women working at late hours. Pick-up and drop facilities for women working late will help to create a strong infrastructure to create an enabling environment for working women. Now, again, for sexual harassment, also, electronic box, the Ministry of Women and Child Development has launched an online platform. So these are few, undertaken policies by the government which they are working on, and we need to educate to the females of rural areas. Over the last years, more women have taken up science, technology, engineering, and mathematics courses, are aspiring to enter the workforce. However, the drop out rates among women are also high, particularly around the marriage, maternity, and motherhood as far as employment is concerned. There are options like working from home, yet a lot more need to be done. There is need for timely auditing of laws to ensure better implementation of legislation, better transport infrastructure added, and the childcare facilities. Ultimately, the goal is not merely to increase female labor force participation, but to provide opportunities for decent work that will in turn contribute to the economic empowerment of women. Getting women into the workforce is not enough. It should be accomplished by their ascent to the leadership position. It will help to create women-centric environment within the organization. Then only I think the equilibrium will be established, because it's important the mutual and by education only this can happen, and then only we can lead that kind of privileged life. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Ms. Shweta ma'am. Perfectly explained all the rights which is actually required each and everyone to know. Thanks a lot. Now, I would love to invite Ms. Shumalia Wakis ma'am, a highly motivated educator. She's the founder and CEO of Educationist. Over to you, Shumalia ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Thanks for inviting here. It's a very good opportunity for us all, and thanks a lot. This is Shumaila Wakas, founder and CEO of Educationists of Pakistan. They have some net issue, if possible, to kindly bear this situation from me.
Okay.
And yes, today the topic is really close to my heart. The working woman and the workplace for women. What is the suitable workplace? What is the what should the behavior, the professional behavior in the workplace? So
Okay, I think due to some network issue, ma'am got disconnected. No problem. We'll have her once again. So till that, I'm profusely elated to invite our next wonderful speaker, Ms. Gunjan Shukla, ma'am, Associate Professor and HOD. Over to you, respected ma'am.
Thank you so much, Madhvi ma'am. And it was wonderful listening, everyone. I would like to thank all the organizers for inviting us and organizing this wonderful evening, for expressing our views on women at workplace. So would like to put up a question that can we imagine a house without a woman or a universe without a woman? No. I think women are naturally blessed to be equally participative as that of men at every front. I, Dr. Gunjan Shukla from Indore, India, would like to express my views on women at workplace. I believe that we should also be thankful to men who really give us wings to fly, to fulfill the dreams and to touch the sky. And equally, I feel that women should be given more opportunities by making the world gender neutral. I mean, let's not talk about the gender equality, but let's think about the gender neutrality. In fact, everyone should be empowered now. And now, according to Indian mythology, we worship Lord Ardhanarishwar, the Lord Shiva, and with Ma Gauri. It's a combination of male and the female characteristics. So we talk about them and we call it as Purusha and Prakriti. Now, when it comes to Purusha, means hard work, Purusharth, masculine feature for the universe. And Prakriti means the creativity, the beauty, the motherly touch, the feminine touch to make it more complete. So I feel that, Shiv and Shakti has divided the work for managing the universe like that, made the work, made it more constructive and productive and powerful. So I feel that when it comes to accomplishing goal, building a solid workplace relationship, the feminine touch and skills like empathy, intuition, optimism, power, creativity is always needed for the wellness of an organization, and also to make workplace more organized. Females are there to support males with better ideas and creativity in their work. I also feel that males are the working person. They majorly get very less time to spend with the families, where female can join them as a team, as a supportive colleagues, and can be very cooperative and supportive towards the male, which we are always. So here, I would love to quote that women is also an efficient manager. Women are born with the mind-blowing managing skills, from handling board meetings, teaching kids, taking care of families, to cooking. They can do every task with optimum utilization of resources at home and at work. They are the bestest time managers, and they have natural skills to manage day-to-day life and activities at workplace, at their houses. They are blessed with effective management styles. They are full of care and compassion. So being at work also, they treat the team as family. This is what I also practice. Now, many research studies has proved that women are blessed with being multitaskers at household stuff and also at work. Also, with more women at work, being a manager or in any of the participative role, or being an independent person of the society, the society has really changed the mindset. They are now more concerned about the girl education, making girl more independent, and this how it is also somewhere demolishing. It is helpful in demolishing the ill practices which are the part of the society, like dowry issue or child marriages or female infanticides and all that. Because when people see that a woman at work can do wonders and can face any kind of challenge in life, as well as can take a stand for herself at the time of need. A woman has become very confident, and she is not scared of any kind of gender biasness. She believes in herself and she never carries any insecurity. She believes in equal growth. So many research studies has also proved that females are very sensitive, intuitive, and they have very strong emotional intelligence skill with them, which really help in resolving many kind of issues at work very easily and quickly. So I believe that women are mentally powerful in handling tough situations, and which are comparatively an easier task for them, and they can tackle problem efficiently without giving any kind of tension or taking any burnouts for them. Being into different roles in personal life, like mother, daughter, sister, friend, I feel that communication is much more easier task for a woman. A woman is always a giver. A woman really work as a better motivator. When it comes to a good atmosphere at work, they can be strong leaders. They also follow a participative leadership style. They always manage team in a very positive way. So in any kind of adverse situation, women always look for the opportunity, they look for the solution, and they are very optimistic and diverse. They are full of power. And I am really proud to be a woman. And with this, I would like to close, and I would like to congratulate everyone and would like to wish everyone a very happy Women's Day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and same to you. Absolutely. Sensitivity brings humanity. It is a sign of humanity, which should be there. And that's a power to a woman, not a weakness. So here, I'm extremely gratified to invite a sign of confidence, enthusiasm. Aarti Dua Kapoor, ma'am, motivational speaker. Over to you, respected ma'am.
Really great evening to one and all on the other side of the screen. Thank you, President, the Life Foundation, Dr. Caroline, His Iris Prince, Pagutipalli, Dr. Madhvi, and all the dignitaries there. Are you getting my voice? Right?
Absolutely, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So it's really a great pleasure speaking with you all. I mean, myself, Dr. Aarti Dua Kapoor. I have a 19 years of Telugu career in education field and in corporate sector. But I mean, I never feel like I'm a woman. I'm a person. I'm a person of the society. I belong to society. I continue to serve well-reputed institution during this time. I agreed, Mr. Bhadwa said, we should make a balance. If you are if you can balance yourself, we can break the barriers. So I think I have a expertise in psychological counseling as well as I'm a, as you said, motivational speaker. So I have seen India has been a home of many, many women leaders over the centuries, I can say, be it in the field of politics, be it in the field of religion, be it in the field of education, let it be business. Maybe like Chandra Kochar, Kiran Majumdar, Naina Lal, maybe Preetha Reddy, Malika Srinivasan, Vinita Bali. I mean, there are just named too few. Last 2 years into the pandemic, women in society are even more burned out, more than they were in the previous years, and increasingly more than men, I tell you. Besides, women leaders are stepping up to support employee well-being and diversity, equity, and in culture efforts. But that work is not getting recognized. While striving to be a good human, always is a willing learner. Women is always a willing learner to imbibe the best practices in the society by responding to changing trends, situations, and challenges of the profession of the society. So, woman is all the time passionate towards her vocation. As a progressive person, she is capable of motivating, mold, and shape the minds of generation next. If she is paid for her work, even if for household jobs, I'll tell you, situation will be totally different. Even a child can get a pocket money, why not being a manager of the house? So she should be paid. I mean, so that the capacity, I mean, depending on the capacity of the earner, one should know, like she's the earning person. So I'll tell you responsibilities, apart from day-to-day social responsibilities, how wonderfully a female can managing operations, logistics, budgets, performance pressure, bringing creativity, and it is everywhere, let it at home or maybe if she's working. All the areas which consciously, unconsciously work at the back end of the woman, you cannot compete at all. Women are just like, I mean, as men can be interested, men are maybe interested in the raises, promotions, leadership development opportunities. So what? Even women look at all these things, but they were more also taking care of many other things apart from this. For example, men can be not interested in the role, so they always deny. They don't want like the supervisor, they can deny the job. They don't want to relocate themselves, they can deny the job. They don't want to have longer hours, they deny the job. But for female, there are different challenges. Plus, into this, the top 4 challenges, if I'll count, so they are typically establishing their credibility. They are managing up across the organization, negotiating adaptability, and influencing others. So we have more, problems in society, which we are managing. So the culture of an organization or a department, even the views of a single manager, it actually impact whether women will stay in the organization or won't. The informal pattern even sometimes speak the performances of for her. And of course, her individual experiences and perspectives is a powerful factor to provide an equitable work experience that helps to support, retain, and develop women leaders. Organizations should take a broad, I think, whole system view, which is, I mean, always there. There is a space to do all these things. The broken rug at the first step of the manager, since we have seen the same trend, women are promoted as a manager too far at the lower rate than men. So this makes nearly impossible for some time to have that confidence in you. Why, I mean, you are getting underpaid. Then, I mean, when you are working so hard. So there again, there is a leadership, there is a person in you always cope up with. They have that authority to come up immediately with saying, nevertheless, I can still perform. So all this likely to be seen, I mean, noticed as individuals. More than, I think, 1 in 6 Indian women say they are frequently mistaken by someone else, but still they are working so hard and we are performing wonderful. For me personally, I mean, it is a measure of great pride that Indian women continue to contribute and led in the sphere of global health as well. As a chair of Rotary Women Executive Board, I tell you, I would also like this opportunity to acknowledge that during the toughest challenges that humanity faced during this pandemic times, women across the world played the role of saviors. It has only reconfirmed an establishment that when women are empowered, the frontline history is created. So I'll just wind up with one sentence of science. In fact, I mean, last 2 years of science, which has helped us to combat this dreaded disease. Today and on International Women's Day, I reiterate that gender equality and women's safety will drastically change this world in the coming up years. For the last 2 years, the way we have actually taken a leap of 20 years is going to pay, especially in case of women. Just my fellow speaker has just given the example of Ardhanareshwar, yes, which establishes the fact that civilization always considered a man and woman as equal. But they are complement to each other. They are not competing. They are complement for each other. I think this is a great thing one can have in the society. So thank you. Thank you, Dr. Mark.
Truly said, ma'am, you're a great influencer. And you can see all those clapping comments you are getting. So yeah, you are really explained amazingly. So well. So now, I insist all of my dignitaries, please go with the 4 to 5 minutes so we can come up with the proper time because we are running out of time. Now, I would like to invite our another amiable and intellectual speaker, Honorable Kalyani Rao ma'am, as DG expert, trainer, and speaker. Over to you, Honorable ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Madhavi. Am I audible?
Absolutely, ma'am. Very much.
Thank you for this wonderful introduction. And Your Excellencies, fellow panelists, ladies and gentlemen, I sincerely thank the Life Foundation and its respected organizers. Dr. Caroline ma'am, Dr. Rajarao sir for extending this global campaign about women on behalf of the International Women's Day celebrations. And also we'd like to thank Master Prince Pagidipalli for inviting me to share my thoughts with you all. I would like to, I'm honored to be participating in this important side of today's topic, women in workplace, which involves the human rights of women, gender equality, women empowerment, and the most sensible, stressful situations where women could not share the inner emotions, etc. I would like to appreciate my co-speakers for their strengths and bringing out the best insights of women challenges in the workplace. A successful woman is the one who can build a firm foundation with the bricks thrown at her by others. A strong woman knows that she has the strength enough for the journey, but a woman's strength knows it is in the journey where she will become strong. According to UN Women, considers that education is one of the greatest game changers for women and girls around the world. It is both enabler and force multiplier for women's economic, political and social empowerment and gender equality. Today, I, Kalyani Rao, going to share a few points practical situations where I've been researched and worked during my career place. According to me, that every woman works right from the road sweeper to the corporate level has to be considered as a working woman. Here, education is the only vibrant barrier which, while we compare with the women labor to the status of the corporate employees. all were facing similar type of challenges in the workplace. Being a woman, we would be rather regretting the risk that didn't work out of the chances we didn't take it at all. You must love and care yourself first, because that's when the best comes out. Now, coming to the main challenges, the women at workplace is primary one is the gender pay. When women earn less than earned by men in the workplace, did you notice this? Research by Pay Scale says that in 2018, the median pay scale salary for women is roughly 22% lesser than the median salary for men. In India, too, the fight still for equal wages continuing. And the Labour Bureau in India has found that in rural areas and in agricultural and even non-agricultural sectors, daily wages for men is more than a woman. While government says spread the gender equality, but where it is, then why the less pay for the women for the same task or the job? If so, there is no reason to spread this gender equality. So think who has to bring this change in this. And then comes the most sensible one, that is that time of the month. Yes, women all over the world have at least once in their lifetime been subject to the prejudice when on the periods. When they show the emotions like anger or irritation, they're mocked with the comments like, "Stop fussing, are you on your periods?" The women undergo the grilling physical pain while on the periods. A classical example of everyday sexism is male employees considering sometimes women taking leaves while menstruating as an excuse, but not come to the workplace. That is the reason, or many other reasons. But how sad it is. These kind of ridiculous incidents occur several times with all working women's life. But people will not share. They were really, if they feel offense. Her offense was that on a heavy floor day, she strained her office chair. It is not her fault. Give her some space and try to understand her physical weaknesses during a period and share the work with empathy and compassion if you can. But here, not only men, women also can help. But most of the working women faces a lot of stress, harassment at home by the dual work in both areas. The woman has to take care of herself first about her health and do not expect from others to take care about herself. So then comes the penalty, especially during the pregnancy, during the child rearing years. The unemployment penalty for women is longer. This means that women takes longer leaves. They have a much harder time getting hired. Why? We all knows that women is not there in this world. The population will not exist. Then why can't the organization support the motherhood duration and give her more time to bring her health back to the normal? Over 50,000 women lost their jobs over maternity discrimination. Refers that women in the workplace are fired or hired or discriminated during the pregnancy or are expecting. So this kind of discrimination can occur in the form of offensive comments by senior officials, clients, peers sometimes. Regarding this physical and medical condition, and this is not the right way to treat a woman during her pregnancy time or even before pregnancy. So this is really unethical, and there are some other ways. There are employers reducing female employees' working hours, pay, changing her benefits, refusing to promote her, or forcing her to take time off. So because she is a woman, but she is the goddess who gives birth to a new generation. Then comes the sexual harassment. This is becoming common topic nowadays, brought out numerous cases of women facing sexual and non-sexual harassments in the workplace. Observed in my entire lifetime, I've been understood many cases, and even I've solved some cases, because there are some cases range unwelcome verbal, visual, non-verbal, or physical harassments for not only women corporate world, for the women in the corporate world, but the women even the labor and the roadside sweepers, they are also facing. Every sector is having this issue, but rarely 35% of women in full-time corporate sectors have been going to raise this their voice, but another 75% women will not be subject to such hostile situations, and they will not report to the harassment part, because especially when the abuser is someone in the senior positions, the people often says why the victim is not reported. The primary reason is that fear that has been going to fired. So this kind of experience retaliations, when they reported it, it's going to happen. So women want the support from the family in this kind of situations. She's going to go to work financially to help the family financially. and so that she has to bend the head for all these kind of harassments. No, woman is not a play doll. She has extreme patience level like a mother earth. So please do not play with that patience and calmness. Any woman employee has to be treated with a great respect, not only at the workplace, in at every corner of the world, even in the family, within the family. That is our pride of the nation, every nation. And when it's coming to the bosses, women bosses, a lot of the men feel that threatened by female bosses, but there are countless studies which shows that men prefer male over female bosses. Since many years, number of respondents saying that they would like to work with a woman has never exceeded 25%. This is the reason because lack of the representation of women in the workplace, because there is lack of power of female leaders on the top. There is nobody to encourage and support women who has just started work and are in the entry level positions. The example is the leading banking sector already appointed all the women in the top management, if you observe it, because she's the best administrator in every corner of the life. So we have to thank the banking sector people for identifying women as the strongest worker and gender. And coming to this current situation, until 2016 in Saudi Arabia, none of the women was not supposed to vote their their right to vote, or even drive the car alone, or not even go alone without any driver. So this has been changed in the years, coming years. In even the future years, this kind of situation is going to change. Even in India till today, a girl of 9 years going to be in the rural areas, she's going to get married, and then she's not allowed to go to school. Even the governments are inviting them to study. This has to be stopped. We have to join hands, and we have to give awareness in that kind of rural areas to bring this girl child to the education level. Still, lot many changes we can hear in the near future. So coming to the conclusion, finally, I would like to say that this modern world talks about progression and recreating the environment where all the people are treated equally. But why does it stops when it comes to women? Why does it happen that women are expected to balance between their career and home, while men are supposed to be the breadwinners of the family? While there are men who have come forward to support women in all the NGOs, why the word feminism branded with so much of hatred and contempt? It's the time to shatter toxic masculinity and make people understand that feminism's goal is to reduce gender gaps and achieve political, economic, personal, and social gender equality. Women have been trying to break away from the norms and standards set by society. They have been marching for equal rights and fighting for their rightful place in the world. Thank you so much for this great opportunity, and thanks for all the listeners too. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Kalyani ma'am. You are a true educationist, and a very nice example you have given that we are compared to goddess, especially when it comes to motherhood. And I always say that we still want equality. We have that superiority in us, but still we just want equality. So that's a great thing. We need to understand. Everyone needs to understand. So with this note, let me call a wonderful personality with full enthusiasm, Miss Soumya Gururaj, ma'am, bio-world practitioner. Yes, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am. Can you unmute yourself, Soumya, ma'am? Yes.
Are you audible?
Yes, absolutely, ma'am.
Yeah. I'm Soumya Gururaj. I'm not a speaker, but I'm a healer. Happy Women's Day to all, always. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. That's okay.
I'm Soumya Gururaj.
Go a little bit far. Yeah.
Vaidya, healer, and I'm from Mysore. I'm not a speaker, but I can talk frequently. So, happy Women's Day to all. Almost all the persons covered my points. Today,
Madam, still you need to adjust. We are seeing only your eyes.
No, ma'am. It's okay, ma'am. It comes a little bit. Yeah. No, ma'am. It's not visible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. All right.
Okay. First and foremost, I thank to Life Foundation and C8 TV. Today's topic: women's management in workplace. Women's are everywhere, so it's not only one place. we are in family, we are in workplace. So only two things we have to adopt in our lifestyle. NT and TP. NT is no tension at any time and think positive always. If we are in tension, we can't replace anyone, pin also. If we are in think positive always. So if we are in positive way, we can climb anywhere, we can rock anywhere. So always working women or any women's follow this NT and TP. So almost all the problems solved in your workplace or in your family also. Because we are backbone of our family. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Very nicely you have explained. Now let me call our dynamic personality with full of grace and positivity, Professor Rosaline Khan, ma'am, author, TEDx speaker, and TV show host. We are so fortunate to have you, ma'am. Over to you, respected ma'am.
Oh my gosh, it's truly an honor to be with you all today. I want to thank Dr. Vijay Caroline for making this possible, and it's truly an honor to be with all these legendary people today. I'd like to go ahead and begin by simply taking out just 1 minute to think of our people in Ukraine, because when one person is injured in the world, it is as if all of our sorrows are with them. If we could please just take out a moment and reflection for the people in that land.